Hi everyone, I'm Vanessa Lua with What the Hell Did She Say? How are you today? Happy Wednesday. Yesterday I attended the play 12 Angry Men and I had the opportunity to interview Jason George, who is juror number, I think number 8. And this play is very interesting because it has a twist. And the twist is that 6 of the men are African American and the other 6 are white guys. So Jason was very nice with the press, aka me, and with the fans that were there asking for pictures and everything. So it was very interesting. Check it out.
Jason, hello, how are you today?
I'm good, how are you doing?
Congratulations on this amazing play.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
I want to ask you, because since the beginning you know that this play was going to have a twist.
Yes.
And were you afraid of this twist, about the reaction of people?
No. That was actually the draw for me. Because for me, in my mind, as soon as I heard they were doing 12 Angry Men, I mean, it's a classic American play, it's an iconic play. But as soon as I heard they were doing 6 white jurors, 6 black jurors, my immediate thought was, you're polarizing the issue, you're going to spark the conversation, make the conversation take on a slightly new meaning. It's still talking about the other. It's still talking about prejudice in our government institutions, you know, when you stand in jury duty and that sort of thing. But suddenly it takes on a very modern take on things that didn't necessarily exist in 1950 when there really wasn't an opportunity to have any black jurors. Although from what we're hearing from our prosecutors and people involved in the legal system, there aren't many black jurors as it is now, which is a significant issue in its own right. So for me, I wanted to spark the conversation. So I immediately jumped at the opportunity to, I stalked Sheldon. I wanted to be in this. I wanted to be in this game. I wanted to be in this play.
Have you ever been a juror before?
I have not. I've never been a juror. I really want to. I have friends who have, and I have a friend who actually was. He was like a real live juror number 8. They went into the court. They went into the jury room, and everybody was fairly certain of the defendant's guilt, and he felt like the defendant was guilty. And then they were getting ready to head out. You know, and it was very quick in the jury room. And then a woman turned to him and said, "Oh, I'm glad that was so quick because I knew from day one, as soon as I saw him, he was guilty." And my friend just went, "Yeah, that's not going to work." And they just happened to poll the jury, which is where they ask each individual juror, "How do you vote?" And so you say guilty, not guilty, and theoretically the reason why you're out there is because everybody's all on the same page. But as soon as he heard that one of the people decided before they ever heard a shred of evidence, he said, "No, we got to go in and talk about it now. We at least have to actually do the process." And that's what it's about, is making people actually, that process, the whole point of it is to force people to question their natural prejudices. We all have prejudice. Anybody who says they don't is selling something, is lying to themselves. But the question is, can you stop yourself from holding people to your prejudice? The stereotype you have of them, can you not lock them in? Can you set that aside and then actually look at it from their perspective, somebody else's perspective? Look at the facts that are sitting in front of you. That's the question. That's what the whole piece is about. And it's not an easy thing to do.
And I want to tell the audience that it's very important to see it because I'm sure you have heard this from friends that are like, "Oh, I was selected to be a juror, but I went and lied so I wouldn't get picked."
Everybody dodges jury duty. One of the things that some of the attorneys up here were saying was that they desperately need, especially African Americans. That she said, one of the women said she never had an African American on her juries. Which, when you think about the number of African American men in prison, where does that factor into it? I mean, there are a lot of factors, but then you have to stop, and if you've dodged jury duty, you have to stop and think about your own culpability for a second, because perhaps you could have put a perspective in that jury room that may have prevented somebody who didn't necessarily need to go to jail from going to jail. So at the end of the day, it's a society. We're in a society, and we're all citizens, and everybody's got to ante up and be in the game. I mean, it's like we're in it together or we're not. So
well, you did a magnificent job, and I just want to talk so quickly about television because I love Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, well, thank you.
How was for you to be in that show?
Grey's is a blast. They've been fantastic. I've been ducking in and out of. They've rearranged the schedule for me shooting because I've been recurring on the show for the last 3-4 years, and so they are lovely to rearrange the schedule and let me get out to do this. And I'm supposed to be back shooting there next week, and they know, as long as they get me out by 6:30, I'm cool. And so everybody's played nice, and that's really, really. I mean, I can't even describe how beautiful person Shonda Rhimes is, because number one, she hires me, but number two, but for real, on the real though, is it just comes down to the fact that a lot of Hollywood people play. Their attitude is nobody gets to play with my toys, and so the answer is just no. Just no, before even they hear what you're asking, before you even know what you're trying to get from them, no. because then it keeps things exactly the same and keeps it on their terms. Whereas Sean and them was like, well, what do you need? Let's see if we can work it out. Let's see if we can, there's no reason why we can't have our cake and eat it too. And it's worked out that way. So I love them for that, and I'm so thankful that it's worked out.
Thank you so much. And my last question. I want to hear your Spanish.
Oh, my Spanish.
I am a Latina. You have to talk Spanish.
I understand. No, because it will be bad, and then you will look at me, and I can't flirt with you anymore because it will be bad. And it will be.
You can say the name of the play in Spanish. It's 12 hombres enojados.
12 hombres
Enojados.
Enojados. Okay.
Muy bien. Muchísimas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Adiós.
You guys have to go and see this play because Jason is wearing a suit the whole time, so he looks very good. Yes, and the play is very interesting and you will enjoy it, but girls, trust me, you will enjoy it even more. And well, thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a comment. Let me know if you have seen this play. What do you think about it? Go and visit Pasadena. It's an amazing city. The food, everything around it is so pretty. And parking is very easy, so I recommend it so bad. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You just have to click the button above. Find me on Twitter, What the Hell Did. And find me on Facebook, What the Hell Did She Say? Interviews by Vanessa Lua. See you next week.